There we go. And we're actually not like portrait this time, but we're live again.
Yes, I don't have to lean over onto your lap.
But you can still do that.
So
So what's up, guys? This is the third live stream. Third, yeah. You've been on one.
the second one I've been on.
Yeah. First one I've ever done. And
This is the first one? That's good. Consider you've done two previous.
well, yeah. Oh, this is the second one you've been on.
Yes.
That first one was the first one.
Yes.
Don't make me do math, man. This is the 21st freaking day straight of content. Like I'm so fucking stupid for doing this.
To be fair, you did it to yourself.
I did, but I did it as a thank you to the fans, because they got us to a milestone.
Thank you, fans.
But thank you. And looks like we've got some people coming in. So, hi everybody. So, Duncan,
Yes.
you ready to talk about a movie to get started, and then maybe talk about some creepy rituals and whatnot?
Yeah. It would have been nicer if you picked a nicer movie.
I'm really sorry about that. Actually, I did find out that there was a movie that was slightly more appropriate for what we're talking about, but I found that out after I gave you your assignment. So the movie that we're talking about today, guys, is Truth or Dare.
Dare or truth?
Dare, Truth, Dare, Double Dare, Promise or Repeat.
If it was Double Dare, it would have been way better.
It would have been.
And all that stuff?
Yes. Like Family Double Dare. This
Nickelodeon Double Dare.
This movie had an interesting premise, and it was made by Blumhouse. And I really like Blumhouse. They do a lot of good stuff. They're known for their jump scares at the end. I like to call it the Bagul factor.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any of the other movies, so
I get that.
There's nothing to go on.
There's a movie called Sinister, and it was awesome. It was atmospheric. It was dark. It was really badass. And then right there at the end, the demon just kind of drops his head and goes, right there at the end. And the demon's name was Bagul.
Yeah.
So it's that last jump scare right before the end of the movie. So I like to call it the Bagul factor.
Nice.
So every time they hit me with a jump scare from now on, I go, Bagul! They didn't exactly do that in this movie, but honestly, it could have improved if they did.
There were zero scares in this movie.
I don't know. The trailer looked kind of cool. That distorted smile honestly looked a little bit unsettling to me. So the trailer looked fine. I'm like, it's Blumhouse. I'm going to end up seeing it. I'm not going to give you my money in the theater.
No.
So I'm going to wait.
This came to the movie theaters?
This came to the movie theaters, yes.
Oh my gosh.
And here's the thing.
Why and how?
Blumhouse. And it had Jeff Schwartz from the Goldbergs in it.
I don't know. Like
it's like the only.
It's not quite as bad as like Best of the Worst material.
No.
Because the acting was slightly better, I guess, than regular Best of the Worst. But it was a terrible script.
It wasn't good at all. The premise was interesting, though. Basically, what this movie is about is a game of Truth or Dare is played at this old, sinister, abandoned church. House.
Doesn't look like a church.
Could have been. I thought it was a church.
Cathedral.
Might have been a mansion.
Probably mansion.
There's a demon. Demon was there.
Hill of Haunted House.
Yes. And
about the hill.
Yeah. And the demon possesses.
Yeah, Jonah Hill wasn't in it, so we gotta make the joke stick.
Oh yeah, that joke totally would have landed.
Yeah.
So a demon possesses a game of Truth or Dare.
Especially if he's the one that gets run over. House on Haunted, like he's the one that gets run over. That would be great if that was Jonah Hill and not the random fat guy.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That would be great.
Yeah. And honestly, I would have watched it even more because I love Jonah Hill. But anyway, a demon possesses a game of Truth or Dare. That's basically what this movie is about. And
the boredest demon ever.
It really is.
Because and he has to wait for some people to come and play Truth or Dare.
Two truths and a dare? Really? And that's the way they were playing. It's like, you guys really want to get horny in this game, don't you? Like, you always use the truth to be safe. I use the truth to be like, bitch, we're going deep. We're going deep. Tell me your secrets. Tell me them.
That's the thing. They said,
I use it like Tyrion fucking Lannister.
They said no sex stuff at the beginning, so I was like, I'm tuning out already.
Yeah, basically.
It's like,
although ironically, I had no problem jerking off during this movie. So.
What? What were you jerking off to? There's nothing to jerk off to.
I didn't say I was, but you ruined the possibility of doing it last time.
Not a singular boob.
Not a singular boob. But you know what? It didn't Well, actually, it needed something because this movie wasn't good.
It had nothing.
No,
going for it.
So the demon possesses them. If they don't do the dare, they die. If they don't do the truth, they die. And
apparently, you can share the dares, so you don't die or lessen death, or like it's
like she uses math at the end to like outsmart / dare the demon.
Which is dumb because she's the one who I thought was least likely of doing math, and like and the smartest person dies halfway through the movie, and I'm like, oh, they're super fucked.
Yeah,
if they killed the smartest person is gone early on.
Admittedly, the person that I most closely identified with was Jeff Schwartz from the Goldbergs, and I'm like, oh, so if I was in this movie, I'd just take a header right off of a fucking pool table. And who the hell keeps their pool tables that close together? That's poor planning, man.
People have a small mansion.
But that was at a bar.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was not good at all. I mean, I'm the one that gave this to you as a task. I actually rented this movie on Prime for like $4.99.
You paid for this?
I did.
Oh my gosh.
I did. I mean, it was a fraction of
luckily it was
ticket price.
Luckily, it was free on Netflix.
Yeah, motherfucker! It came out on free on Netflix like 2 weeks later, and I looked at the Netflix list and I didn't see it on there. So I'm like, motherfucker! I paid for this shit.
It was bad.
Dude! I not only did I monetarily pay for this, I paid for watching this movie. So I don't recommend it.
No.
And I'm sorry I gave it to you as...
It was bad. I was like, I really wanted to watch it. So I watched it. I watched it on my own volition, and it was amazing. It was
fantastic.
The sound design was so great. I tried to watch this documentary on the West Memphis Free after hearing last podcast, and I've talked about it.
Right.
And they were playing Metallica music, which I like, but they were also playing it way too loud. I turned the documentary off after 5 minutes because they were blasting the music over people talking, and I'm like, well, can't hear the documentary, so
it's not rarely good.
No, that's a bad sign. I couldn't even watch it.
But the whole reason that I chose a game like this is originally we were gonna do something really, really stupid.
Yeah.
We kind of came to our senses through better angels that we know. One of them sitting here. Originally, you and I were going to do the elevator game together.
Elevator game.
And I'm going to be
the place we were going also didn't have the floors that we needed.
Right.
We only had 8 or 9 floors.
And we need 10. Yeah.
Although we did find one with 10. We were just like,
Yeah.
We got busy.
To do that, we'd have to go to like a college dorm or something like that.
Library.
Although, admittedly, I'm pretty sure we could have, like, roped the co-eds into helping us, like, keep the motherfuckers off of the elevator! These guys are going to another dimension! But that would have been a whole thing, and I'm going to be honest with you, I was kind of sketched out with doing it anyway.
Oh, yeah, it didn't, and then, like, the night we were going to do it, you were, like, really busy, and I was busy, too. It was just like, oh, okay, well, we'll just not.
Yeah. So it kind of worked out better that way, and... we're not in another dimension unless we are.
It could have happened to us anyway.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Oh, wait, but before we get into those, are we gonna like review Truth or Dare and like give it scores and stuff?
Yeah, let's review that real quick before we jump into that. In my personal opinion, this movie had a really interesting, cool concept, failed miserably in its execution. The acting was good. The demon sucked. The gimmick that it had going for it, the elongated, frightening smiles, was effective to me. My fears kind of work off of simplicity like that, so that was effective. But as soon as they threw in the demonic voice, it just kind of came across as hokey. It was Blumhouse, so it immediately gets a point. It was really bad, so it doesn't get that many points. I want to give this movie, honestly, a 1 out of 5.
1 out of 5? Okay.
Yeah, a 1 out of 5 sugar skulls. Because that movie started out in Mexico. It was in Mexico.
They started off with the original Truth or Dare people.
In Mexico.
At the same house.
In Mexico.
The house was in Mexico?
Yeah. You weren't paying attention very well, were you?
Paying attention. It was so bad.
And I'm relatively sure it was a church that they broke into. I could be wrong.
It didn't look like a church, though.
It didn't look like a church at all.
It looked like a mansion. If they called it a church, I'm like, I just zoned it
Now,
out because
don't get me wrong. I've seen churches that look like houses and houses that look like churches. I'm pretty sure it was a church. Don't quote me on that. But I'm gonna give this 1 sugar skull out of 5.
Yeah, the movie was really poorly done. The premise was sort of interesting. I guess I can give it that. But the demon was boring. I didn't really find anything out about it except for the one survivor of the original Truth or Dare game, which was.
Sam and Dean would have had this shit on lock in a half hour.
Oh, that would have been so much better if this was a supernatural episode. So much better. Like
Buffy would have handled this. Angel could have handled this.
I would have loved to have seen like that because it just I don't know. And then they killed and there was no clear protagonist. Like, you don't know who the main characters are until the last scene of the movie because they're the last 2 alive. Oh, okay, these are the protagonists. Like, I suppose since they're the only 2 left at the end.
There was unnecessary drama and a lechy dad and.
A bank robbery.
Yeah,
that interrupts the potential shower scene. She's like, "I'm gonna go take a shower." I'm like, "Yes."
You really wanted the jerk.
I wanted something. I wanted something interesting to happen in the movie.
I was only talking.
And as soon as
you were like mapping this out, you're like, "I'm gonna start here."
And as soon as something interesting was about to happen, no, they have a gun magically appears in the bed,
right?
And they have to go rob a bank, and he says, "Give me $1," and the lady shakes out a shotgun and blows it away.
Yeah.
The deaths were pretty good. I mean, they were pretty.
They are, but the deaths were pretty good in Final Destination too. If I wanted that, I could have watched that.
Final Destination would have been preferable.
Yes, it would have.
Probably any of them.
I watched this movie for a creepy, ritualistic game that was
creepy.
Wrong. You know,
it wasn't creepy.
No,
it wasn't scary. It wasn't entertaining.
It took my money.
It took your money.
It took my money. It was like a bad vending machine.
It disappointed me miserably.
Yeah.
And then it's like they took the ending out of Mass Effect 3.
Fuck, it did too. I forgot about that. And you texted me. You're like, "I'm watching the ending. I'm pretty sure they stole this from Mass Effect 3." I'm like, I think you're right.
Oh, because the good ending on Mass Effect 3 when you do destroy is Shepard takes a single breath and the game's over, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
We don't know what happens, and it's
yeah.
But a video I watched online said he watched it with the captions on, and it's 2 breaths. They're both inhaling at the same time, so they both live. So they shared the deaths by like attempting suicide by ramming a tree. So they cheated the death, I guess. I don't know. So they both exhale, so they're both alive, I guess. Which makes the ending even dumber.
Yeah.
If it's both their breaths? I don't know. Like, so 2 survive instead of 1. But they don't even show us, so it doesn't even matter. And the only way anyone would know that is if they watched it with this text subtitles on. So it says both of them exhale.
That's really bad.
So it's so ambiguous that the only way you know what's happening is if you turn on the captions, which is terrible.
Yeah.
It's a terrible movie design. Terrible decision.
Who does that?
What's the name of the production company?
Shut up.
They do.
All right. So your score on this?
I'm gonna give it 2 out of 10, which is equivalent to 1 out of 5.
But you wanted to sound slightly more positive than you wanted to be me.
No, I wanted to give it the same score as The Last Jedi because it wasn't worse than The Last Jedi. It was about just as bad. This is gonna be a trend.
So creepy rituals?
No Last Jedi talk, huh?
No Last Jedi talk.
Oh, that's
I've railroaded the podcast way too many fucking times for The Last Jedi.
Wow.
So in light of the fact that we were originally going to do the elevator game, why don't we start out with the elevator game?
Elevator game.
So for those of you who do not know what the elevator game is, this is what we were going to do. And this is kind of how stupid we were.
Into the elevator from the first floor by yourself. We were going to interact both of us, so we already messed it up.
Yeah, kind of. And I kind of get the feeling if this is anything like the other rituals we're going to be talking about, if you mess it up, you kind of die. So.
Well, I've seen people do the elevator game tons of times on YouTube, and it's super boring and super sketchy and super, like, poorly acted. and I didn't want to like replicate that. I don't want to do a shitty YouTube video
about doing the
the
elevator
elevator
game.
game because
Right. So you were gonna rock the gimbal and you
I've
were gonna
not
make
seen-
it look like I was by myself. I'd be like,
No.
"How you doing?"
Yeah, but I mean, like, no one's done it that way.
No,
that I've seen. They either use a gimbal by themselves or like they call each other from the elevator game, or they lose contact. It's cheesy.
Yeah, I mean, if we're gonna do
Poorly
something,
done.
we're gonna go.
But they're poorly
all the
done.
way, you
They're
know?
poorly done, but they're well enough done so they have someone on the inside to be able to work the elevator remotely for them. So they knew somebody who could remotely work the elevator, like
Okay.
who worked there. So like it was kind of an insight.
Remotely work the elevator.
Well,
So
because they were able to get in the elevator and move the elevator without the lights turning on. Either that or they edited it out in post. So I mean,
Interesting.
they kind of they made it look like it was like mysteriously moving on its own, like they went to the 10th floor without the light turning on.
well, that's just fucking cheap.
Yeah, so I mean, they're trying to make it look real, but
Right.
but
I don't care for that.
yeah, I don't.
If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. If we're gonna die, we're going out guns blazing, bitch.
Yeah, so it's just I don't know. All the videos are just terribly done. I didn't
Right.
like them, so I was like, I don't want to make a crappy one.
Can I be
And we were
honest with
kind
you?
of doing it last second, so it would have been really crappy
True.
because we had zero
Zero
planning.
preparation on that. Can I also be honest with you? I almost wanted to do a live stream of that, but I was terrified that the connection was going to be so bad because I'm like, but what if we die while doing this? Then the video doesn't get released. Like
Oh.
nobody knows what we do.
Eh.
So, but the connection would have been horrible. Sorry, you enter the elevator alone.
Alone on the first floor. If anyone else gets on the elevator, you cannot continue from the first floor. You must wait until the elevator can be taken alone. 2. Press the button to the 4th floor. Do not get out when the elevator reaches the 4th floor. Stay in the elevator and press the button for the 2nd floor.
All right, so you go from 1 to 4
To 2.
to 2. Do not get out. And if anybody gets on, you abort.
You have to start over.
Right.
You have to go back to the 1st floor
Okay.
alone and then start all over. Which is another thing. I would hate to like go like people get on like.
It's like, can you hold that for me? No, I can't. I'm waiting for the creepy little girl to come. Continue.
All right. So once you reach the 2nd floor, stay on the elevator. Press the button for the 6th floor. Do not get out when you reach the 6th floor. Remain in the elevator. Press the button for the 2nd floor. Do not get out when you reach the 2nd floor. Stay on the elevator and press the button for the 10th floor. Some of you reported hearing a voice calling to them from the 2nd floor during this middle section of the ritual. Do not reply. Do not answer in any way.
Ooh.
Do not get out once you've reached the 10th floor. Stay on the button and press the button for the 5th floor. It has been reported that some woman may enter on the 5th floor. She may appear as a stranger who wishes to engage with you. More importantly, she may appear as someone you know. It is important you do not acknowledge or glance at her. Well, if you don't look at her, don't glance at her, how do you know if she's someone you know?
Well, it's called peripheral vision. You know, if Kaylee was to get on the elevator, I'd be like, oh, that's Kaylee. I ain't looking at her. She gonna fuck me up. No, hell no. You get on the elevator, I'm more tempted to be like, Duncan! But
Yeah, I told you it flirts with me.
I can't help it. It's the luxurious lux. You and Adrian. All right, continue.
All right.
So that's the
don't look at her.
5th floor?
5th floor.
5th floor, somebody's going to get on.
Mhm.
They could look like someone we know.
Maybe.
Do not acknowledge
Do
them.
not acknowledge
Do
them.
not that.
Be a
no.
dick to them. Be as big a dick to them as possible. But don't talk to them.
Suggest that they watch Truth or Dare.
Yes. Just
Okay.
watch Truth or Dare. Don't talk to me. Put it up on your phone. I don't want to look at you.
It's like,
Yeah, just don't
Hello,
watch.
hello, Duncan. Watch
Yeah,
Truth or Dare,
watch Truth or
bitch.
Dare.
Mm-mm.
Now press the button to the 1st floor. If instead of going to the 1st floor, you would begin to ascend to the 10th floor, you've performed the ritual correctly. However, this is very important. If you instead do descend to the 1st floor, then you have done something wrong. Get off the 1st floor immediately, and the woman on the elevator, remember not to acknowledge her. If you reach the 10th floor, you can either stay on the elevator or exit the elevator. Some have reported upon attempting to leave the elevator, the woman may try one last time to engage you. She may raise her voice and ask you what's wrong. She may shriek, yeah, because you've been a dick to her for the entire elevator ride.
Yeah, exactly.
Try to
Of
talk
course
to
she's
her.
going to shriek at
She's
you.
gonna like be like, why don't you acknowledge me?
It's going to be like,
Asshole.
bitch, you told me to watch this terrible Blumhouse movie.
This is why it takes you to a different place because you've been a dick to this woman. And
Exactly.
She's a sorceress.
This is karma right.
It's immediate karma.
This is the fucking plot of the modern day remake of Beauty and the Beast.
Oh.
She's the fairy. She's gonna curse your ass. You
The
turn into the
elevator game.
beast.
Yeah.
You know, your life is joined with the flowers.
That's what we should do next year. We should do a Beauty and the Beast elevator game.
Okay. Does that mean that we have to cosplay as Beauty and the Beast?
Yes.
I'm not doing Beauty.
Okay.
So you're doing Beauty?
Well, we only have to do the cursed part at the beginning of the movie. So one of us has to be the witch. And
Fuck. And I already said I'm not doing beauties. I'm the fucking witch. Right? Okay.
All right. So she shriek at you as the doors at the door special. Keep your wits about you. Do not engage. Do not look at her, even out of fear. There's one thing. There's one way to know whether you have traveled to the other world for sure. You will know because you will be the only person there. So typically doing this at night, so you'll probably be the only person there anyway. That's the point of the elevator game.
Right.
So it's kind of hard. Else you can look at a window and definitively tell like there's no cars at the hotel you're at or whatever.
Maybe it was just in stories that I've heard of people doing this ritual, but I thought that there was like some sort of other indicator, like there was like a burning cross off in the distance or something.
I guess.
Are you seeing that on that?
I guess you have to find a window or something. The next part's about traveling back to your home world.
Yeah, but my fear is that you won't be able to effectively get there. Like, it's going to be like sliders. You keep on sliding. But there is a reverse incantation in there.
Yeah, you pretty much have to do the whole thing backwards. Press the button at the first floor. Yeah.
I can't do the alphabet backwards when the cop stops me.
Even sober.
Even sober, exactly. Especially sober. Drunk, I can speak drunkenese.
So going back, you press the button for the first floor, keep pressing it until the elevator begins to move. Once you reach the first floor, exit immediately. Do not exit on any other floors. Oh, I guess it's if you do not exit on the 10th floor. If you did exit on the 10th floor, you have to use the exact same elevator you used. You got to remember it. When you get back in the elevator, press the buttons the same order you did in steps 2 through 8. Oh, you use the same order.
So it's the same order, not reverse.
Yeah, it says do it in the same order, steps 2 to 8. Which you should travel. This should take you to the 5th floor. Once you reach the 5th floor, press the button for the first floor, and do not be surprised if you begin to ascend to the 10th floor. Don't panic. You can press the button on any floor lower than 10 to stop ascending. You have to do it before you reach the 10th floor. Some have described the feeling as you can't cancel the elevator ascension, but you must, even if you feel like you can't.
Dun dun dun.
Because then you Oh, here's additional information on traveling. The other world has been described as exactly like your home world, but different. Again, you'll know it's not yours. No one else will be there. You'll see a distant red cross through a window.
Distant red cross.
Red crest may be something else. Electronics don't work, but some have visited. I claim to post videos. I've not seen any. I've looked. You may become disoriented when you exit on the 10th floor. You may feel dizzy. Be vigilant. Pay attention to what you're feeling. Keep your wits about you. If you pass out, you may wake up at home, but understand it will not be your home world. And it also may not be the other world you intended to travel to by invoking this ritual. If you get on the wrong elevator when you return, do not enter the return sequence. It will not work. It's really cheesy. And the thing is, the YouTube video that I was talking about, like the guy who did the elevator game first, he was on the 10th floor. He was leaning his head against the wall, like acting all spaced out. So his friend did the elevator. So he watched. They were talking on the phone. They did the elevator game, and the guy he lost contact with him. And then he was pretending, and he was such a bad actor. Like he was like, "I'm so scared, man. I'm so scared." And I'm like, he didn't look scared. He didn't act scared. He just kept saying he was scared over and over again. So it's just like, oh, it hurt.
Yeah,
it hurt
saying you're scared and actually looking scared are not the same thing.
So he did the elevator game. So he went to the 10th floor immediately. Looked, he couldn't find his friend. So he went back downstairs, did the elevator game himself, went upstairs, saw his friend, and got his friend, and got back on the elevator. They laughed, and it was like, fuck. It was cheesy and dumb, and it wasn't well done.
Well, that is the ritual that we were going to do originally. We did not do that. No. Your thoughts on that ritual?
It's cheesy. It doesn't work. It's just for.
You've never done it. You don't know if it works.
I've watched other people do it. It doesn't work, and I've seen lots of elevator game videos. They're all terrible, and they get tons of views. So I guess it would have been good. I guess maybe.
I guess that would have been good for us to do terrible or not.
I don't know. They get pretty good views. I don't know. But maybe they already had big channels to begin with. Who knows?
Maybe.
I don't know.
So let's go on to the next one. How to play hide and seek by yourself. This one messes with me, dude. Like, that's the thing about this one. It's basically necromancy to a degree. You're supposed to be playing this one alone. That much I do remember.
Uh-huh.
And this is a Japanese game known as Hattori Kakurembo.
All right. First, you need a doll, apparently.
Some sort of doll.
The first instruction, it says, give a name to your doll. The name can be any but your own. When the time says 3 a.m., say your name. Say, your name is the first it.
Is the first it, yeah.
Is the first it.
Keep in mind that this is translated from Japanese.
Oh, so this is why it sounds so weird. Okay.
Right. Is the first it. I don't know the actual phraseology for that, but this is a translation from the original Japanese.
Probably sounds better in Japanese.
Right. So let's just call the doll Mr. Happy Pants.
Say Mr. Happy Pants is the first it 3 times. You have to say it to Mr. Happy Pants 3 times.
Right.
Go to the bathroom and put the doll into the water-filled bathtub. So apparently you have to also fill your bathtub up with water before 3 a.m. too. It's weird. All these preparation. I didn't look at that. Gotcha. I should look at the preparation first. It's like a meal plan.
Yes, this is.
Okay, so take out a doll, take out whatever the doll is stuffed with,
and fill it with rice.
And fill it with rice. Oh, so it's very Japanese. So you're gonna cook this with your dog and cat later.
It's horribly racist.
What?
What?
Oh no, rats. They got restaurants. They can pick out your rat.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, it's true. I saw it on the Discovery Channel once.
I don't doubt that.
Clip off a few pieces of your nails and put them inside the doll.
Mm-hmm.
Sew up the opening with the crimson thread. When you finish sewing, tie up the doll with the rest of the thread. Go to the bathroom. Fill your bathtub with water. Does not specify cold or warm. Return to your hiding place and put the cup of salt water on the ground.
You can also modify that for sake. Does not have to be salt water. It can be sake.
Sake messes me up.
Yeah, me too.
Holly, and Kaylee can attest to sake messing me up.
Really? I had this delicious lemon sake in Epcot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's one of the only sakes I've ever had chilled. Fuck me up.
Oh, granted,
it's delicious.
Granted, I had 2 Mai Tais and something else, and then a Romulan ale. So it's a combination.
Fair enough. All right, continue on.
Okay, so we said you got to give it a name. You got to say your Mr. Happy Pants is the first it to the doll 3 times. Go to the bathroom, put your doll in the water, turn off all the lights in your house. Go back to the hiding
bombs
place.
Are
fun. Go back to your hiding place and switch on the TV. We were doing the ring here. After counting to 10 with your eyes closed, return to the bathroom with the edge tool in your hand. Go to the bathtub and say to the doll, "I have found you, Mr. Happy Pants." Stab the doll with the edge tool. It says apostrophe 3, or so I guess 3 times.
Yes.
Or times 3 times. I don't know.
I found you. I have found you.
Oh,
I have found you. Yep.
Say you are the next it, Mr. Happy Pants. As you take the doll out of the bathtub and leave it on the counter in the bathroom. As soon as you put the doll down, run back to the hiding place and hide.
Yep.
Pour half of the salt water or sake into your mouth. Do not drink it. Just keep it there.
This is important.
4 times. Get out of your hiding place and start looking for the doll. The doll's not necessarily in the bathroom. Whatever happens, do not spit out the salt water. When you find the doll, pour out the rest of the salt water in the cup over it, then spit it out. The salt water in your mouth onto it as well. Say "I win" 3 times, and this was in the ritual. So you necromance a doll, and then it
essentially
runs around, and then you have to spit it on it to make it die.
Essentially conjure a spirit who inhabits this doll. The red thread is supposed to act as a symbolic blood or lifeline. The rice is supposed to be nourishment in Japanese culture and lore. It acts as nourishment for spirits. That's why lots of times they'll leave them offerings of rice at cemeteries as an offering to spirits in the dead.
Mm-hmm.
The idea is you conjure a spirit. You don't know if it's a ghost or a demon or an onryo or something like that. You could be getting fucking Kayako from The Grudge over there to inhabit the doll.
Mm-hmm.
The doll will then try to find you. And if it finds you, it will stab you the way you just stabbed it. You also keep the sake or salt water in your mouth as essentially a ward. That way that spirit cannot possess you. If you swallow it, you've now lost your ward, so you need to re-up it. That is why you have the sake or the salt water, because salt repels spirits, and apparently so does sake. I did not know that before this ritual, but I did look into it, and there is a lot of Japanese lore about sake repelling spirits.
I need to look this one up, see if people have done this online.
I've seen one convincing one online. I don't know if it is faked. I'm assuming it is.
I assume it's fake.
I'm going to be honest with you. I do believe in the paranormal, but I'm also highly skeptical. I do believe that 99% of the shit that you can see on YouTube,
especially on
fake.
YouTube, is going to be fake.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like, I
every once in a while, you're going to find something that's like, no.
I think the paranormal.
Hell no, that's a demon.
I think the paranormal is extremely fascinating. I don't know how much I buy of it.
That's fair.
I mean, like, I definitely believe in spirits, the spirit world being Christian, and, like, you know, like devils and demons and
right
souls and spirits and like
right.
That. So I mean, like, things are very real.
I don't.
But like how they actually interact with the real world is
it's
debatable.
also up for debate. You know what I mean?
Debatable.
And the reason why I'm dead set on the fact that no, I do believe in the paranormal is because I've had several experiences. Yeah. Now I also don't like run around like I saw a ghosty ghost all the fucking time.
I never saw a ghost.
Exactly.
It was a ghost.
Because I also know what lots of these people sound like when they walk around saying it, and they sound freaking nuts. Okay, so I do believe in this type of shit.
Zango.
And even if I don't, I believe in it enough to not want to fuck with it.
Yes.
Like the elevator game, you had me sold. This, oh hell no, I am not playing hide and seek by yourself.
No.
No.
That does not sound fun.
No.
Especially since all the lights are off.
Exactly. And also the reason you spit the salt water from your mouth is A, it's an act of domination because it was inside of you, and B, again, salt and sake repel spirits. So by doing that, it's forcing it out of the doll and getting it out of there. Also, don't use your favorite doll when you do this. That is a big no-no because you're going to lose it because you burn it at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So
you don't want that thing getting back up.
So if it's your favorite childhood doll that you're playing with, you just lost your favorite childhood doll.
Don't use the creepiest childhood doll you have. Like, go to a dollar store and find the non-creepiest one you can find.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you want something non-creepy.
Use this. It's a little turtle.
Kaylee gave that to me. I'm using this.
Something like that. Use a happy turtle.
Something not frightening. This is not frightening.
Don't use like an old Victorian-looking doll with glass eyes that stare directly into your soul.
Sackboy is starting to become a little bit creepy.
Yeah. Don't use Sackboy.
This is becoming a Little Big Planet. That would be creepy. Like,
seriously,
stuffing him with rice.
Yeah, you stuff this guy with rice. Like, if all of a sudden you're like hiding in the closet and all of a sudden you see this come right up and it tries to stab you with a fucking pencil, you're never gonna want to play Little Big Planet again. It's just kind of the rule. Oh god, you're going full nines here. So that is Hitori Kakarembo. What time is it? Do we have time for one more?
Yeah.
At least?
We got time. Yeah.
Yeah, we got time. Aaron shouldn't be here for a little bit.
Yeah.
What else do we got?
We got 3 kings.
We got 3 kings. That's good.
Oh, 3 kings, ahoy and Tom, fairy gifts, they've traveled so far.
All right, let's do the other one. Just because I don't want that to happen to me again.
The Midnight Game.
The Midnight Game.
This should be called the Boring Game. This by far takes the longest.
Yeah, there's a lot of preparation. Well, not a lot of preparation, but a lot of walking around.
A lot of just aimless walking around your house. Because
you can't stay in the same place.
Imagine if you lived in a one-room hut. It would suck to play this game.
Yeah.
It would suck to play this game in any house. Unless you're like a giant mansion, like in Truth or Dare.
Like in Truth or Dare, yes!
That's a big house. So
see, it all works. It all comes together.
You can walk around that. So requirements. 1 candle. 1 lighter or book of matches. You can have both. 1 piece of paper. 1 pen. One that pricks you, not the one you write with. It's spelled with an I, not an E. 1 wooden door. closed.
It actually specifies closed. It's like, okay, somebody shows up with a door. It's like, I brought the door.
But we have to attach it to something.
They didn't say that in the ritual.
And salt.
And salt.
Begin prior to midnight. Write your full name, first, middle, and last. That would include the full name.
Right.
On a piece of paper with your writing implement. But
It didn't tell you with a writing implement?
It's
writing implement. It's right below a piece of paper.
Writing implement. Oh, writing implement. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said that.
And you specified the difference between pen and paper.
I did, which is why I was like, why is it pen? I was double checking. I'm like, they said pen, but an I, not an E.
Yeah, well, writing implement was right above it.
Yeah, I blanked on that one. Like I blanked on Mexico.
I'm telling you. It was
Prick your finger with the pen and squeeze until a drop of blood appears. Dot the blood on the paper, and allow it to soak in. Turn off every light in your home. Place the paper with your name and blood on it in front of the wooden door. Light the candle using the matches or lighter, and place it on top of the paper. If you are using a taper, make sure it's placed in the candle holder. Knock on the door 22 times. The final knock must occur precisely as the clock chimes midnight. So apparently, one of the things they didn't mention is you need a clock that'll chime at midnight.
All of that might just be written that way for dramatic emphasis. I thought I heard somebody around here too.
The elevator came coming for us.
Dun dun dun!
Open
the elevators move!
The elevator's coming. Kind of like how Truth or Dare starts happening outside of the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Open the door, then blow out the candle and close the door. Relight your candle immediately. Okay, and now the main event. Keeping your candle in hand and your salt and your matches or lighter close by. Begin to move about your home.
Because the Midnight Man is in your house.
Should your candle go out, you must relight it within the next 10 seconds. If you are successful, continue moving about your home. Do not stop until 3:33 a.m. You have to walk for 3 hours and 33 minutes around your house with a candle. Again, a one-room home, a hut somewhere. This would be the most boring thing ever.
The funny part is this legend supposedly stems from ancient Romani legends. This was like supposed to be a punishment for gypsy children. So,
who have a one-room wagon.
Who have a one-room wagon. So it's like, Mommy, the Midnight Man's coming. I don't know. Was that inconsiderate?
It probably isn't considered as my rice, cat, dogs, and rats statement, but no.
So neither of us are hashtag woke bay.
Hashtag sensitive. If you are unsuccessful in relighting the candle immediately, surround yourself with a circle of salt. Remain inside the circle until 3:33 a.m. Or we could just do it to begin with and not have to walk around the house for 3 hours. We could just get a big circle, do Sam and Dean style, and just wait it out.
True.
Unless the spirit can blow away the salt and then it'll fuck us up. Which also starts happening in Supernatural pretty quick. It's like, we got salt circles.
We got salt circles.
Pavements can blow now. Blow me too.
They have breath.
Breath weapons. You brought your mic?
I brought my mic.
Okay, Aaron's asking. Let's see.
Yes, I brought my mic. So here's the thing. The Midnight Man supposedly will, if your candle goes out for more than 10 seconds and you don't get it relit and do not get into a protective circle of salt, then the Midnight Man will manifest your worst fears come true. So...
Oh, he's a Bogart.
Yeah, he's like a Bogart.
He's a Bogart. He's a Harry Potter Bogart.
Yeah,
he's not that bad.
He's also gonna drag your ass to hell if you lose.
Expecto Patronus' ass.
That's not a Bogart. That's ridiculous. The Bogarts are for the Dementors.
But that's how
Harry
trained. That's how he trained his Patronus.
Well, that's because his Patronus was a Dementor.
No, his sphere was a Dementor.
Yes. So he had to use the Patronus.
Yeah, so he used the Bogart.
I think we're remembering this wrong.
No, I'm good.
Fair enough.
Did you bring a cable?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So at 3:33, it's safe to stop moving and step outside your circle of salt. You may also turn on the lights. The game is over. Additional notes: the midnight game may be played with more than one player. In this instance, all players are principals. As such, each player must perform the invitation individually.
So that means that everybody has to write their names and sign them with blood, or do the little dab of blood. Yeah. So you're bleeding in this game. You have the possibility of seeing your worst possible fears manifest, and if you break the rules like leaving the house, you're dragged to hell.
Do not turn on the lights during the game. Do not use a flashlight during the game.
Nope.
Do not sleep during the game. Do not use a lighter instead of a candle during the game.
Wait, what? Oh.
Don't hold up the lighter.
Right.
Like you can use a lighter to light it.
I was about to say, how the hell am I going to light my candles?
Yeah.
My pumpkin-scented candles.
Do not use a person's blood other than your own during the game. Do not attempt to leave your home during the game. Do not attempt to provoke the Midnight Man during the game. Most importantly, do not assume the Midnight Man game. Do not assume the Midnight Man has left your home for good at the conclusion of the game. Well, what the fuck? What the point? How are you safe at 333? But don't assume he's gone.
Well, he's no longer playing, but he may still want a nightcap. Always offer the Midnight Man a nightcap. You know, offer him a drink. Be polite. You know, it's just the right thing to do.
I have bottles of booze in my room.
So Aaron's on his way for podcast?
He'll be here a little later.
Alrighty.
We got time for another one.
Let's do one more. Let's do the Three Kings.
We can do Gianna. I mean, no.
Wait, what?
Just because last time I was like, I ruined Piranhas for you because then I said
yeah,
they had the guy from Sliders in it.
Yeah.
And then I ruined Three Kings by singing the song.
This Midnight Man sounds horrifying. I just got. Yeah. Supposedly the Midnight Man is absolutely terrifying. In lots of the lore that I've read, because there's a lot of stories that you can find on like Reddit / No Sleep, you can. Even though it's not supposed to be used for this, you can find things on Reddit / Let's Not Meet that has to do with ritual pastas. They are pretty popular. Not so much in Let's Not Meet, because those are supposed to be specifically true stories, which, if they're there, that makes me a little bit more nervous. Like, No Sleep is just there for fiction and horror stories in general, you know, but...
I'm sure people cross the line.
Probably, but supposedly the Midnight Man is horrifying. Like, I don't know if he's got like a demonic face or anything like that. I've always heard him being described as a silhouette, but the ability to manifest your worst fears is terrifying. As a matter of fact, we're going to be talking about something similar to that on your show, which will be coming out, what, Tuesday?
Yes.
All right, so we'll plug that one more time at the end, because I'm guesting on his show. All right. Three Kings.
You will need a very large, empty, quiet room. Preferably a one-room shack or a wagon.
I would
preferably without windows.
I would do it in the basement.
If windows exist, you need to cover them to ensure total darkness.
Cover the windows.
Basements work well if there's room. If they're roomy enough. A pack of candles. You only need one if all goes well, and a lighter. A bucket of water and a mug. You'll need a fan. You'll need 2 large mirrors, 3 chairs, an alarm clock, an active cell phone. Don't forget to change the goddamn battery. A loved one willing to follow the rules and go along with all this madness. A small toy or dear object from your childhood. I don't have any of that stuff, so I can't play this game. The small toy, anyway. That's not from my childhood. That's from...
You're a big kid!
I am a big kid.
Use Mr. Stuffy Turtle Pants.
Yeah, that's from like March.
It's
not even a year old.
It's fine.
34.
It's fine.
I'm not a child.
We're fine now.
Okay. Start setup around 11 p.m. Once the chair is in the center of the room facing north. This is important. Place the other chairs exactly to the left and right, facing the throne, which is the center one.
Right.
The distance between your throne and that of the queen and fool should be about the length as your arm from each side, more or less. Place 2 large mirrors on the queen and fool's chairs right to the right and left of you, facing you and each other. Try your best to have them stand at 90-degree angles, or else you may get more or less than 3 kings.
That's upsetting.
Yes. If you sit on the throne facing head north, you should be able to perceive your own reflection in each of the 2 mirrors without actually having to turn your head or your eyes to do so. If you, yeah, they're pretty close.
Right.
If you see your own reflection at the corner of your eye, you're just barely there. You've done it right. Place the bucket of water and the mug in front of you, barely out of reach. Place the fan behind you. Turn it on. Oh, you want your hair blowing in the way. That's nice. Don't set it to maximum power. Medium or low is usually the best. Leave it on. These are so elaborate. Like, who would like these? This is why they can't work. This is why it's just so like.
It's called fine tuning, man. It's called fine tuning.
How do you fine tune like something so ridiculous and something so I don't know.
You do it enough times, you know. All right, so the fan works well. Let's not have it on high. Let's do this again. Crank it to the low setting. We just want a gentle breeze here. We just want gentle wafting through the luxurious logs.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Good guy. These don't make any sense.
This is your place?
Yep. Fan. Okay, we're turning the lights. We're turning off the lights. We're leaving the door open, and go into your bedroom. Set the candles at the bed, next to the lighter, and your alarm clock at your cell phone. Leave it charging. Set your alarm clock for 3:30 a.m. Turn off the lights and sleep while holding your power object. Get some rest.
See, you can snuggle up to Mr. Turtlepants.
Mr. Turtlepants.
Yep.
What happens when you begin the ritual at 3:30 a.m.? Wake up at 3:30 a.m. with your alarm clock. Turn it off, but don't turn on the lights. You have exactly 3 minutes to light your candle and grab your cell phone and make your way to the dark room and sit on your throne. You should be seated by 3:33. Don't forget your power object. Check potential red flags. If your cell phone didn't charge for whatever reason, abort the mission. If it didn't go off at exactly 3:30 a.m., abort the mission. If you find a dark door closed, remember you left it open, abort the mission. If the fan is turned off, you left it on, abort the mission. I guess it turned off on its own. I don't know.
So
if anything's out of the ordinary, abort.
If anything is not the way you left it, do not do this.
Side note, if you have to abort the mission due to any of the above, leave your house with your loved one. Go to a hotel or something. There's no need to run. You have time to grab a jacket and your keys and whatnot. But after 6 a.m., the coast should be clear.
So I don't understand why they have to word it that way. Would somebody have done this ritual, have their loved one there, and be like, "Oh hell no, I'm aborting this shit. See you, baby," and then like bolt? Who does that?
It's too elaborate.
Who does that?
There's too many things. Like it's all these rituals are such bull. But anyway, okay. Anyway.
Still creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy, but it's just like it's too many things.
Yeah, I don't hear you saying that with Betty Crocker recipes.
That make delicious food.
That's true. This makes delicious horror.
No, I don't want to wake up at 3:30 a.m. I'm just getting home at 3:30 a.m. I don't want to go to sleep and wake up. 3 minutes.
Touche.
Okay, it's going as planned. You can proceed. Take your throne. Do not look directly at the two mirrors beside you. Do not let the candle go out. The fan is behind you. Oh, that's why you do the fan on lower medium, because it's not high. Here we go out. You must protect the candle with your body, which standing between you. This is the reason, as you'll soon see. Look straight ahead at the darkness. Not at the candle, not at the mirrors. How do I know if okay. Just straight ahead. Eagle-eyed readers surely notice I didn't say during the setup that which chair was the queen and which chair was the fool, because it's your job to find out. From their point of view, you are either their queen or fool too, hence 3 kings. So you're just playing this with other people who are playing this?
No, you're playing this by yourself. Your reflections talk to you. Your doppelgangers talk to you.
Well, it makes it sound like they're different people.
Well, in a way they are. They're, depending on how you look at it, they're different either aspects of your own personality. You know, like your crazy side, and, you know, your side that likes Nicholas Sparks movies. What?
Those aren't mine.
So yeah, they could be like aspects of your personality or dark reflections of you, doppelgangers, if you will. You know, watch Twin Peaks; it'll save time, type scenario. But
time and time again, Fable Forge warns players do not look at the mirrors or at the candle, but keep your eyes forward. Whatever you do, do not let the candle go out.
So yeah, at the end of this, your loved one is also there as a failsafe. So if you don't come up in the allotted amount of time, they're supposed to come and get you. They're supposed to throw water on you, stuff like that. So all of these things are set up as fail-safes to make sure that everything goes as planned, and you don't get possessed, you don't get killed, you don't get driven mad. But yeah, that one, if memory serves, the very first time I heard that story, it was under the headline, "Don't do this ritual." So of course I need to read about this ritual.
Well, of course. I mean,
I've never done it, but
I don't know. They all seem silly, especially ones that like take multiple hours to set up and do. I'm like, no, I'm just not interested in wasting that much time. I'm not that bored.
I've been that bored. I've definitely been that bored. So that is the Three Kings ritual. In my opinion, probably the least creepy of all of them. For me, the number one has always been Hattori Kakarembo.
I feel like Three Kings would be your creepiest because you fear mirrors.
I do fear mirrors, yes, but
and this involves two of them. And creepy spirits.
You're not wrong, but Hattori Kakarembo deals with necromancy and creepy little dolls trying to stab me with shit. And it's Japanese. And what the fuck, Japan? Why are you always trying to screw with me? So that's...
Ninja Scroll.
Yeah. Ninja Scroll was good. Ninja Scroll was very good.
Pretty fucked up, but it's good.
Yes. So that is our live stream, guys. Truth or Dare, it sucked. And all of these rituals that we just talked about
also suck. Don't do them.
Just don't do them. Don't do them. Read about them. Watch other stupid people on YouTube do them. Like, we almost were.
Do them poorly.
Yeah, do them poorly. Or read about them on Reddit stories. But don't do them. And if you're going to, email me at
I dare you to
nerdynomicon@gmail.com and let me know about your experience. Yeah. So, like always, if you're watching this live, thank you so much. We love doing this for you guys. Don't forget to smash the like button down below. If you're not watching it live, still smash the like button, man, because it helps. Leave a comment down there. We love those comments. And hit that subscribe button. And also, on Tuesday, I'm going to be guesting on Synthaholics, a Star Trek podcast.
Yes.
But we're not talking about Star Trek.
We're talking about Event Horizon,
which is an amazing horror movie. Oh my God, it's so good. It is so much better than Truth or Dare. Yes. Sam Neill's in this, Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Amazing sci-fi horror movie.
The wife from Nip Tuck?
Yes, that's right.
She's in it?
That's right. So make sure you're checking out that. Can they find, because this is YouTube, can they find the podcast itself on YouTube as well?
Yeah, the podcast itself will be on YouTube. It'll be up the same day. It should be up on Tuesday.
YouTube.com/Synthaholics. All right. I'll put that in the description. Yep. Obviously not now because we're live, but I'll do it at some point when I modify the thumbnail.
Sounds good.
Make it look prettier. So thank you guys so much for stopping by. There will be another video tomorrow, like I do, because I'm stupid like that, and I'm doing all 31 days. I'm doing every one of them. We're almost there.
I'm so sorry.
I'm having fun doing it. I really am, and I'm making a lot of friends doing it too. Oh. And Synthaholics on Tuesday, because I'm guesting on that show. Absolutely. So, you out of here?
Yep.
All right, I'm out of here too. Peace.